What's up, everybody? It's Johnny, and I'm back today to talk about tax refunds. Everyone's goal should be to file an accurate tax return. And if that tax return results in a refund, to get that money as fast as possible. The goal of this video is to provide some tips to get that done. As always, to keep things clear, concise, and easy to follow, I am breaking this video down into two parts. Alright, in part one, I'm going to talk about expectations for the 2022 tax season. And in part two, I'm going to give tips on how to get a refund as fast as possible. And I'm going to give some examples of what can cause delays in tax return processing and delays in tax refunds. Before I dive into all of this, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Please click that subscribe button so you do not miss out on any videos that may help you. And remember, I am a CPA, but I am not your CPA. So when it comes to your own specific situation, be sure to always consult with your own accountant. All right, here we go. Let's get into this. What to expect. History is usually a great indicator for the future. So before we get into 2022, let's quickly reflect on what happened last tax season. This should come to no surprise to anyone, but the 2021 tax season was pretty much a disaster. According to the National Taxpayer Advocate, the combination of pandemic-induced shutdowns, 3 rounds of economic impact payments, also known as the stimulus checks, challenges with filing, and a backlog of over 35 million suspended 2020 returns impacted tens of millions of taxpayers. Some taxpayers still await refunds from prior years, and many paper tax returns remain unprocessed. With each passing day, the pile gets bigger, and it is safe to say the situation may get worse as time goes on. So, why am I saying all this? Well, problems from 2021 seem to be just piling and continuing into 2022. Again, according to the National Taxpayer Advocate, they say the IRS must work through the backlog and focus on rebuilding itself to become more efficient and taxpayer-centric. They say the IRS needs to modernize its operations to meet taxpayer needs. And I'd say that seems pretty accurate. So unfortunately, to sum this all up and bring this all together, expectations for the 2022 tax season appear to be pretty low. Delays and issues with processing seem to be likely, so it is incredibly important to follow some tips. So at this point now, I want to turn this negative energy around and be positive. Although as a taxpayer, you cannot control how quickly the IRS processes a tax return, you can control your own individual actions. So right now, this is a good segue into part 2 of the video, tips to file and get a refund as fast as possible. Here it is. To get the fastest possible refund, do the following. 1. File an accurate, error-free tax return. 2. File electronically. And 3. Provide bank information so that your refund can be directly deposited into your bank account. So those are the big 3. Those are key. But in addition to that, the IRS is supposed to start accepting tax returns on January 24th. That means gather all of your information starting right now, stay organized, and file as soon as possible. For those that follow the big 3 tips and file on January 24th, according to the IRS, a refund may be issued within 21 days of processing the tax return. This means for some taxpayers, refunds may be distributed as early as mid-February. Now, in addition to how to get a refund as fast as possible, I mentioned that I would give some examples of how a tax return process may be delayed or a refund may be delayed. So, let's get into it. What situations can cause a delay in processing a return or holding up a refund? The first example is claiming credits, such as the child tax credit or the earned income tax credit. Claiming a credit on your tax return may require additional time to process the return. If you have any questions about the child tax credit, I have a video all about it, and I will put a link to that video in the description. Check it out. Before you look into that video, to put it simply, if you took an advance of the child tax credit, make sure you get the letter 6419 from the IRS and use that letter when claiming the credit on the tax return to avoid errors and delays in processing. Another example are errors or omissions of income. Make sure you have all of your information and you do not forget anything. Another example of delaying the refund processing and delaying a tax refund is filing through the mail rather than electronically. The mailing system takes longer and just will result in a longer time to process. And finally, other examples are other issues such as IRS backlog, whether or not you have existing debts with the government, tax document availability, and the small chance the IRS decides to delay the start of tax season. In the event you unfortunately experience the frustration of a delay in obtaining a refund, make sure you talk to your tax preparer if you used one. If you prepared your taxes by yourself, there is a Where's My Refund tool on the IRS website. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned because I will be uploading more tax related videos shortly. Make sure you click that subscribe button so you do not miss out. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon.